welcome back to Factorio Space Exploration. Didn't pay attention to that. It is actually... Oh, it's missing the lower tier, okay. That'd be bad, but welcome back. Today, I will spend a little bit of time making sure this is flowing smoothly. And then I can leave. I don't even have to leave, actually. If I'm building material science in space remotely, then I can actually just do that from here. Which is perfect. I can start designing down in that quadrant. But I don't know if this is... It should be the same time, sort of, as normal. But... Did I... Okay, that doesn't grab from there, which is fine. Short green circuits, which feels like it's probably a different issue. Yeah, okay, I'm just consuming too many green circuits. And this is not supplying any... troubleshooting. Turn off that. So, green circuits are made here. They're currently crafting just fine. Maybe this is still just a delayed catch-up. Maybe it fell behind a while ago and it's catching up. Or I still am short on copper. Either way. Stay here, I make sure this works. This might need a little bit of work to improve elements, but it looks like it should be fine. It's a little under the desired amount, but now I just need to set up a launch silo as well as I don't think I need any more landing pads. I just need to launch. I need to be able to launch rockets, which will be easier than using a small ship. We should also set up Kovacs. I'll have to locate my uranium processing, which I think is over here. Yeah, it is indeed here. Okay, that seems easy enough to fix. I just copy what I built here. There's some issues with directly copying it, but so, this weird shape was so that I could have an input to there. Okay. Which I don't have space for now. Which will mean... Hello! Hi. Good to see you. Daylight savings is very odd to me. I wasn't sure if it would be definitely at the correct time. uranium, whoops. But yesterday, I got all this working with minimal struggles. I missed a bunch of stuff I had to fix, but... Oh yeah. Yeah, I can show you what it looks like right now. I keep forgetting the control button. The feedback thing that I set up works well enough. I had a bunch of troubleshooting things when I didn't properly filter everything, but I managed to get it it's not at the intended speed, but it's fast enough. It went well. Oh, all these bots. Yeah. You can't hear it. It's good to say hello. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling like. Okay, it's not the 200 that it's supposed to be, but there's a lot of factors, I think, slowing that down. Like, supplying the ore is somehow the biggest sticking point right now. Because I have 2 trains that just go back and forth between here and here. And it's not fully production, but that's fine. But it's still not enough. Actually, I can go pick up some productivities. I need some more productivity to work with. Yeah. Well, I think I would need to make... I'd need to make bigger train stops, which isn't hard. I need to extend... I think I would need to extend the stop here or add another stop, which wouldn't be crazy difficult. Just... yeah, maybe just extending this so that it's 2 trains might help. It's all because of the stacking the 10. Naturally. So now this will get moving. Oh wait, this specifically needed to be... Did this specifically need to be fast inserters, or just combined the same inserters output and input? I think it just needs to be the same. If not, it's gonna break. And I'll figure it out then. No productivity kinda sucks. For now, I just need to get that moving. I will need uranium eventually. Yeah, I guess it might be good to work on a better system for trains. Try to improve or create another blueprint. It's just remarkably close. It's funny. I realized pretty late that I needed sulfuric acid for mining. This was a lot less of a problem than I expected. I guess because I just decided to ship plastic. Ooh, does not keep up? Oh no, it does, good. Yes, have you made... Last week, I believe you were finished Bio 4 or working on Bio 4? Okay, I see what that is. Have you managed to do stuff with that? Do I... Okay, that's low on heavy oil because that's just slow. These are already beaconed up there. I can beacon the left, but I think I just want to beacon... Okay, beacon here. More productivity would be nice, but that's Bone struggle. It's a very good image. Really love that the pump jacks do adjust their speed to reflect their production. Oh yeah, those weird existence of the weird heat pipes. Or something that I saw. Seems like a reasonable pausing point. Like, of all the times to not have the time to, or the time will, whatever, to play. After finishing beams, probably an easier place to pick up again from. Or to let stuff collect and whatever. If I left off right where I am now, I would lose track of what I was trying to work on. Which, what I'm trying to work on is actually physical science. Material science. Actually, I need to check. Am I producing my energy science? Energy 2 does produce at 27 per minute. Energy 3 does peak above the 20, so I think that's fine. So I should start setting up material science. Fresh. Material science 3. I want 20 per minute, or 20, the easiest unit. Okay, so I just need to just unspool the entire thing on this page, and that's the easiest to keep track of for me. Yeah, the ships feel weird. This is the correct one. Those are all those. This is used for the insight. Tier 3 insight recipe limit, whatever. Oh. Material catalog is the first one? Yes. I mean, this looks like it shouldn't be too bad. Okay. That stuff shifting over is a little annoying. Rigidity, rigidity. 2, 3, 4. Did they change the order, or did I just trick myself? Okay. That is the science. I am missing the actual science packs. Most of that's fine. Yeah, that won't be too bad. It looks easy enough to work with. I can do... I can work towards supercomputer 2s, which actually seem useful. Not necessary. Not necessarily at all, but potentially useful. Oh yeah. I guess I should check. I did... Oh yeah. Without a space elevator, I think which I think, if I look here, 144 per minute. Currently, I'm just gonna stick with this thing I built. That is up to 300 per minute if all the materials are provided. Sticking with that will be safest for now, but once I get... How far is a space elevator? Space elevators rely on material 2. It's not that far away. And once I get that, everything will change. So much will be improved. Shipping material packs won't feel kind of bad. Shipping liquids will feel better. It'll be fun. Oh, should I... Is there anything meaningful in Material 3? Do I get anything new? Radar construction, you said, is kind of unfortunate. Energy beaming is about the only thing that I can see that would matter with Material 3. Ah, okay, that's why I'm so far behind that. Okay. Artillery, wonderful. Weapons. That. A better supercomputer needs bio. The shield projector is probably useful, but not for research. I should probably just plan... it'll be a little bit silly longer term, but if I plan for Material Science 2 as my goal, I think that's a safer target to get started with. That and this. Material catalog. Broad material catalog. That would be what I should focus on. Yeah, I'm thinking though, because if I get this researched, I can make use of. Actually, is it even an expensive research? Is train? Nope. Space elevator. Yeah, it's 2,000. I think I'm gonna aim for the 20 items per second at Material 2 instead of achieving that once the full thing is built. It's a lot of scrap. 20 scrap. 200 scrap. No, 20 scrap per second. A lot of contamination. Not all of that's actually accurate for the first step. The first step is less bad. These will all be beaconed. Wrong type of beacon. I don't even need modules in them. Nice. Do I have mechanical facilities crafting? I will need them. I'm glad I... It's not a problem I thought I'd have. I forgot that I didn't use gun turrets at all. After the very, very early game. Oh! Hello! Welcome. This research will go quickly. I can't do any of that yet. Science will go smoothly. Eventually, I'm not... Don't think I'm sending up rockets fast enough. Which is less of a problem once I get space elevators, so I can live with it. This will be... I'm gonna make a questionable train design choice. Create a new split. so that I can make a horrible mess. That's fine there. Oops, I'm hitting control, not shift. This is gonna be a problem, but I don't have enough trains that it will ruin anything. I need to get rid of this. That needs to stay. That should be fine now. Good, it's very difficult. That will go there. 1 train, 2 trains. I shouldn't be flying here. If I up my train limit, that should help a bit, and then I can add even more trains to the system, and that will help even more. I think 1 more train might be enough, I hope. And then we'll run. Anyway, back to space. Material science. I will need plasma stream and minus 100 Celsius thermofluid. I don't need to adjust that yet because that's already being produced. 273 for the insight is, I believe, inaccurate for the one that I have to start with. Yes, 100 for the initial one. 100, 100, and that's it. Lubricant in space, 40 per minute. I can probably stick with launching it. Yeah, impact shielding is 1 tier further. Just starting on the 1st tier now. That's a lot of scrap. I know this whole thing has a lot of scrap, but that specific one is a lot of scrap from the locomotive that gets destroyed. But why is it less scrap? Oh, because I only need a fraction of it? No. I need 8 per minute. Why? Why is the... This is 1.5k scrap. Oh, for 25 data. Okay, huge amount of data per train crash. Yeah, it'll be... Yeah, okay, I'm only destroying 0.3 of a locomotive per minute. That'll be interesting. I think the first step I can get away with not worrying, and once the second step starts, I can start looking into space elevators and figuring out how I want to set them up. Which, I like the idea of space elevators kind of spaced out, but it needs to align with the planet below, which means I might have to shift everything a long distance, so I'll have to figure that out when it's time. First, I need minus 100 Celsius liquid. This is 100 Celsius? No, it's 273. This is 100. This is 273. This is 100. I can push this down. And get the minus 100 where I need it. Easily enough. I will set up a supercomputer, which I think I should stick with. These take a lot of quantum processors, a lot of processing units. Quantum processors aren't that bad. But I only need 0.3 of a supercomputer anyway, so moving 0.3 of a supercomputer, switching 0.3 of a supercomputer for 0.15 of a supercomputer is worthless. This is supposed to be the combination for that. Do I have a convenient output? Yes, I do. Very little thinking going into this, which might come to be a problem. Laser, mechanic, laser. These give a lower one laser. What? Oh, thermo, not laser. Which makes more sense. Thermodynamic for cold. Plasma stream is just that. Okay. Interesting. Maybe I should shift stuff a bit. No, that will cause me more trouble long term. I will not need any more right away. Thermodynamics. Yeah, it won't fit. I didn't think it would, but I can turn it down to go. Near here. For hot. Two. All that can be supplied safely. I should be designing this with beacons in mind. Just replace that. Yeah, that's good enough. There, two pieces. The move all this around so much. 1, 2. I need the cold, which is... Well, I kind of assumed this would have an output. I guess that was a weird assumption to make. The cold does have that output, at least. That is predictable. Actually, if I rotate that. Run it here, which doesn't need to be rotated. Oh, these aren't in space. Those are land-bound. This is not multiplied, right? Yes, okay. Give me pylons. 1 stack. These look a lot like beacons when I'm not paying attention. The same size as well. Okay. 1, 2. Very poorly laid out. Next two are compressive and tensile testing, both of which call for lubricant, which is pretty easy to work with. Material output. Okay, they both go into mechanical facilities. Neither of which calls for any of that, so I'm going to move it down here. Let's do that. Tensile, compressive on the left. Compressive, tensile. Lubricant is easy to feed in here. I'll do it from the bottom with a base. After lubricant, empty barrel, copy that. This will need a new signal though. I mean, that will work. Figured that wouldn't reach. This should reach good. Gotta keep track of what I'm connecting. I could use a radar dish. And it would probably be a lot tidier. Okay, I have to verify what is what. This is good. This is sending the signal to Astro Liquids, which is no longer going to be just Astro Liquids, but is this one, which is just those three. So I need to connect to Novus Orbit specifically. Which reminds me that I need to land my ship. Because I need to refuel. I need to pick up my modules. The modules are doing a lot better than they used to be. Okay, if I want to run this wire all the way up, it would have been better to do it with radar, which I should have some radar, or I could just put a fresh signal transmitter. Set to a frequency that I cannot choose yet. Wait. Oh, because that still hasn't been built. I confused myself. The pylons don't need ground under them? That's interesting. I guess they're space balanced or something. I don't think there's any mention of that anywhere. That's kind of cool. Did they deliver any pylons this time? I hope they did. Nope. They probably did not. Okay, things seem okay. This has been built. This is signal Novus Orbit, which will be connected to an input. How is that still running? Is it not, and it just lasted a lot longer than I expected? No, it's still running. Does it just last longer than I thought? That shouldn't be filling up properly. I'm not seeing where... Oh, it's set to that, even though it shouldn't be. Ooh. That should not be set to light oil barrel. Okay. It should... Oh, that'd be my ship with holmium. Okay. This should be set to lubricant now. And I can steal the inserter. I can just set a regular old requester chest for lubricant barrels. And this needs to be controlled by... that, I believe. This should be based on lubricant barrel. That signal. Which isn't sending because there is no power. Which is fine. Oh, hello. Welcome. Hope you are having a good day. This is not building because it's not shipping, that's fine. This isn't gonna launch because that's not ready, that's fine. Those are not built because I don't have guns. What do you mean normal human? I just wonder what you mean. I don't really browse content for this game. What am I doing? Oh wait, this liquid does have to be dealt with properly. Can't really route it there, can I? I guess it's just how it might go. I want to get the... I guess I just run it to the left and just make bad decisions. Yeah, it's like any of the games I can't really say much on others. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. I'm looking for these. I don't have these because I don't have guns. I don't have guns because I didn't request them into space. Gun turrets. 500 should hopefully get me started. I think, well, to me, I'm playing it because it released in a relative sense for the new 2.0 update not that long ago, though by not that long ago, it's probably been far more months than I think it has. And it just takes a long time to play one world of it. Yeah, okay, this I can check real quick. I play maybe between 6 and 8 hours a week. And my production statistics, I could look at the save information maybe, but production statistics suggest I've been playing for about 6 days of in-game time, which I would have started just after this mod pack updated, which would be 24 by 5, it's like 5 months? 4 or 5 months? What do you mean by am I an IT? Like, do you mean like... Yeah, I don't actually know. IT, the only thing I can think of is like IT worker, which is not what I do. I do need more trains. Do I have a good place to build them? Oh no, I'm not. I find it all interesting. I just never learned. And okay, this wants to go here. Yeah, it's not my field of anything. Like, I think I get the question for sure with that context. Why are the bots so slow? Oh, they're so slow because I don't actually have these because they're on my spaceship. I don't actually have them here. Back here. Is it full on fuel? Yes. Is it full on modules? Yes. Get back out there. Okay. Enjoy sort of multitasking requirements of this game sometimes. But I'll forget what I'm doing very easily. Oh, I need to get inserter. This will need to connect there when it's ready. Well, it makes sense. I think if you're interested, I think it would be like, do you work in IT? Would be an easier, would be the way it would be asked. Maybe there'd be another way that it could be put. Because there's implication outside of working. Or it could be like, do you... Because it could then be more complicated, because like IT stuff could be someone's hobby, in which case it's not really work necessarily, but that overcomplicates it. Sulfuric acid's fine because I'm not draining it much. The train is just sitting here. Correct? I didn't put a buffer on that side. Well, it's... I think... It's mostly like... IT... It's... I don't know, it's hard to put it into words, but I think like in common use, it's always like IT worker or working in IT because I guess it's just common use. I guess if I looked really quickly, just to make sure I'm confident on what the expansion word IT is. I'm pretty sure IT is it's like IT is just like information technology. So it's a, I don't know if it's an adjective. It's not like direct noun. It's just weird. I mean, languages are always complicated. I spent, I guess, like 12-ish years studying French in school, and there's definitely tons of things that I would not be able to say with even that much, like, space for understanding. This is not great. I need to change how I'm distributing this input. It doesn't actually change anything if I did. I need to figure out how to input more. I'm sidetracked. I'm back to space. That. Those are fine. Those will get built. That's all 4 of these. Material catalogs we built. Material catalogs are used in the insights. The insights are temporarily still... Nope, don't do that. That'd be bad. Insights are a tier below. It's only 100... minus 100 Celsius for now. So I can get away with just putting it here temporarily. Just living with the janky design. Yeah, like it's generally, if someone is an IT worker, works in IT, it's like programmer, or I don't know if software engineers are technically different than programmers in some niche way, but that's too specific. But yeah, like, the meaning comes across. I personally don't want to accidentally misunderstand something. Like, I could guess what you meant, but if I mistook what you meant, then it probably wouldn't have been a bad thing anyway, but I should align this better. Put it there. Yes, get built eventually. That's delayed by rocket launches. I feel like I have too many spaceship floors being requested. Yeah, I don't... Oh, I never hooked those up because it would have been a pain. Okay, I need to hook up all of this stuff. Because otherwise it will keep getting requested into space and then not being controlled properly, which would be a problem. Do I want those 2? Okay, good. I don't know. Like, I like the learning process that can exist while playing Factorio. Like, no, that's me blocking myself. Like, I don't really enjoy having a set, this is a solution, so I don't think I would be ever able to play this game for thousands of hours like some people have, because it would just stagnate a bit. But like, learning how I want to put stuff together is... it's fun. And then seeing it all work. Just... like, I spent time putting together the layout for this. I fixed the issues, and then seeing everything move smoothly is just wonderful. There's flaws that I need to fix, but it's just a game that does it really well. Keeps stuff flowing. Yeah, you like that? Is there any other reason that you might like it? Because I don't think there's a few different ways this game can be fun. I don't think I could ever go into like designing and putting together super mega factory things, but there's a lot of people that seem to enjoy that, which people can get a lot of stuff out of it, which is it's impressive. I am thinking for a second. I need to land my spaceship. I can probably anchor it nearby. I'm here for modules and train cars. Why is this full of junk? The spaceship walls shouldn't be here. I don't need these anymore. That should be enough to get me another couple trains. Interestingly, sometimes you can really get your heart rate pumping if you almost get hit by a train. Remarkable for such a otherwise calm game. Yeah, like I do not have the control over myself to not like embrace spaghetti. Like I will constantly try to keep stuff contained. I'll start nice and tidy. Everything's sort of in an organized manner. And then it will always devolve into absolute nightmares. I'll always end up like splitting something off to feed it back into the belt that it came off of, just to split off some there, and it's always... I'll always then look back and see it as an issue. Yeah. I'll always have chests that I had way forever ago to act as a reminder of what used to be there. Like, I don't end up approaching a sort of main boss, partially because I would have to look up how that's done, and that's not the interesting style of learning stuff that I enjoy. And because eventually, at least this world, like, once things can be organized with trains, it looks a lot nicer to me to see all the trains carrying everything to, like, individual pods. Ooh, I still haven't checked on this in a while. Still don't need to worry about it. This has been running for so long, and it's only gotten that much uranium. Remarkable. Ooh, has the ship launched? Yes, it has. Okay. Now I need to remember that I need to actually craft the science pack itself. I always forget that part. Okay, that needs cool stuff, which I did not leave space for. Great planning. I can make it work. I actually did plan out the other sciences in space. Oh. Ooh, that was a weird hiccup. I think the calculation side is interesting. I have, for this, kind of end up resorting to this factory planner mod because there's so much math. That's not like interesting math. Just all. Okay, undo that. It's just a lot of stages of multiplication, which isn't horrible, and it's fun occasionally to like, okay, just see if I can remember how to do multiplication. Which obviously I can remember multiplication, but occasionally it's a good time to not rely on that. Okay, the inputs here. I sadly kind of resorted to much more bots in space than I would like, but it's bots are so convenient. Active provider. This has, yeah, same sort of waste scenario. This has a little bit of waste. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, that should be everything. That will requester. That's easy. Wrong button. Requests. That should be fine. Contaminated scrap. Thermofluid's fine. This is cold thermodynamics. Cold. Yeah. I kind of one thing about space exploration that kind of is enjoyable, that in a sense does set it apart, is a lot of the sciences are kind of entertaining to imagine, which is a fun time. Is there... Has there been another update? Because I think I'm on the most up-to-date one, or version. Which might explain a few things. Maybe there's more that changed. I didn't actually check what might have been changed over time. But I think it's the most. Oh, I need to limit some of this stuff. Otherwise I would forget. Oh! I guess if there's big enough changes, I probably would be... If I finish this and there's big enough changes, I might be interested in playing it again. But if it's mostly the same... I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking for. If it's mostly the same thing, I probably wouldn't play it anytime soon. That's fine. Yeah, I played Space Age when it released. But I haven't played it since, like, it has been long enough that I probably could play it again in the next, I don't know, several months once I've finished this. That's actually doing cold thermodynamics just fine. I think I'll find Gleba weird to do again. The other planets, it'll be weird to play that after playing this, because I think it's a lot. Some of it is, a lot of it is similar, and some of it is simpler, I think. Yeah. I think going back, Gleba, or like, doing Gleba again, I would probably find having to reset up, like, a zone of control to be the most annoying thing to have to do over. I'm spinning my wheels. I need to... Oh, that's what's missing. I need to figure out what I need to do. That's all set up. This is fine. This is fine. 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 This is not going... These two. Okay. Vertical. Set those. Those are controlled. I need the lubricant input. That's fine. Okay. Yeah. I learned that, like... When I started playing this, I learned that. It was cool to know. Like, some of it is... It's not surprising. And, like, if it wasn't done with their permission, it would be like, ooh, that's pretty one-to-one. But given that it is, it's like, there. Yeah, I remember... I think I still have my save. I'd have to change how I'm... I'd have to disable mods and stuff to even go into the save, but... I remember Gleba, I set up like a bunch of artillery in a big perimeter to keep stuff under control. And whether that was necessary or not, I don't know. I think there's a good chance it was unnecessary. I'm gonna check something real quick. Iridium. Do I need this on planet? Yes. Do I need it on the planet right now? No. I should get a landing pad. Right down here. For Iridium. I hate those are not the same size. Oh. I don't remember much. I mean, I just sort of went into it with whatever. Maybe I did... I can't remember the order I did planets. I think Tesla Towers must have been a Fulgora thing, and I might have done Gleba before Fulgora. I'm only guessing Fulgora was a requirement for Tesla Towers because of electricity. I might not have. I might have just totally blanked on using Tesla Towers. This will be Iridium ingots. Oh, that's what I need to do. I need to make my launch pad, which would be in my spaceship. Yeah, I might have. The only thing I know for certain is that I went to Vulcanus first, because easy metals. I don't remember, oh, out of my inventory. I don't remember which of the other two I did next, beyond the fact that I needed to do the fact that I used artillery for Gleba. That's all that I can remember about that. Hey, that is actually full. Good. That's a mess. Let's copy that. One of these requesters is not needed. These are my lazy requesters. I am in range. Good. I should have some of those on this planet, I thought. Oh. That's a weird way to control that. Why did I set it up that way? This is what should be controlled, not getting them out of there. That was silly. This was not set up well. Poorly planned. Like, hardest mode, like the, super, like, biter spawn type stuff. Oh, where's my rocket fuel is... Why does this have rocket fuel? Okay, feeding from here, that's where it is. Oh. I can't imagine doing... Like... I don't think I could personally stand... like... that sort of difficulty stuff. People do it, and that does... it can be interesting. You'd never imagine playing it, like... It feels like it would just be... Oops. It just wouldn't be fun to me. But some people find the... accomplishment, maybe, to be worth it. Okay, rocket is... filling up on sections gradually. This will be set to 40... Okay. Is this actually doing well? Ooh. Oh, it stopped because it was full. And then I'm back up to 200. Nice. Because this was backlog. Perfect. Yeah. Like, to me, like a Dark Souls, Elden Ring type game, you could repeat a boss fight in those for hours. Because... I don't know, to me the process of that would be a lot of fun. We're dealing with a huge number of biters and tetrapods is what they're called on Gleba. I would probably just get really frustrated. Okay, so that's full. This will go to any landing pad with the name Iridium Ingots. Oh no, I've played all 3 Dark Souls and Elden Ring. Like, Dark Souls 2 was annoying at times, though the boss fights were generally pretty good. There's a few bits of Dark Souls 2 that I would never want to play again. But most of the fights were kind of cool. Why? Oh, because it got a destination, so it needs more rocket fuel. I need to do this, I always forget. I think the worst thing in Dark Souls 2 has to be the ghost horses in the snow area that I can't remember the name of. Because they don't technically spawn infinitely. So if you spend a huge amount of time killing them, resetting, killing, resetting, killing, resetting, the run to the twin tigers becomes less awful. But it's a rough run to do every time. Okay, this will launch to space, which we'll get to here, which will craft me iridium. Which will output to a chest for now. I never finished Elden Ring, the Elden Ring DLC, because I got annoyed that I couldn't find a map in one area. I could find the boss for the area, I just couldn't find the map, and that bothered me too much, and I just lost all will to play for some reason. The most fun thing about Dark Souls, and like, I enjoy... I mean, the boss fights are generally more fun than the generic mobs. I like sort of collecting new weapons to hit stuff with. Even if I don't use them, it's fun to try them occasionally. Ooh. I mean... That's impressive, I think. I think that would be super difficult. I can't remember if I ever had... Vicious. Yeah, but you beat it. And then I wonder whether it's a case of like, if you played it with suddenly, I don't know, what is like 300 FPS on a huge screen, whether it would be different enough that it could then, the change would make it harder. Obviously it's still easier when you're not potentially struggling with FPS and being clearly... No, not as harder. I'm saying the shift from playing at like a low resolution, low frame rate to playing at high resolution, high frame rate, whether that might mess with muscle memory. It would still be easier than playing on a low frame rate, potentially dealing with stuff like Millennia's spin that needs a precise roll behind their back to not get hit. Oh, I agree. Like, I played all three I played 1, 2, and 3 in Elden Ring fairly close together. I think Dark Souls 1 was probably, well, I think it was probably the easiest. 3 is a little... Between 3 and 1, I think they're the two easiest. 1 might be the easiest. With the exception of the fact that I didn't want to learn to parry Gwyn. And so it just became a really boring fight of waiting for him to jump at me and then hitting him, and it was easy then, but... why has this not launched? Because it's not set to launch on full. Okay. And doesn't have enough fuel. Why is my rocket fuel so bad? Because it is not beaconed. Should help. Okay, that's launched. Should arrive here. Should need to filter this. kind of... Dark Souls 1 had... Well, Blight Town, I believe, had a negative reputation in part because it had FPS issues, like, on the original release. Which is a funny reason for something to become difficult. Okay, is this working? Lubricant is not launching. This is filling this. Oh, the reason it's not launching is because I didn't change the target, and that might explode soon, so I have to be very careful. Now it should be fine. These should not be here. That was a mistake. I think someday I do want to play them all. It hasn't even been that long since I played 1, 2, and 3. Should probably play them all again someday. Ooh. Did it work well for you? I've never tried playing those with people because I like the sort of one-on-one fight element of bosses. But I can see the appeal of that. I'm surprised. I guess it's because Elden Ring, compared to the other games, like there's a different co-op thing, or maybe the other Dark Souls games did actually, I keep forgetting, did actually implement, people have made co-op mods? Oh, okay, yeah. It makes sense. It's sort of, it's one of those interesting things, where it's like the difficulty scaling with people kind of, it is complicated, because like, some fights, like, if you have 2 people, it can become a lot easier, because like, one of the reasons I got frustrated with Shadow of the Erd Tree, I think that's the name of the DLC for Elden Ring, there's a big dragon boss fight that was kind of boring, but I was dying to it easily because I died in a couple hits, whatever. I tried once with the summon thing, and it was over in 1 try. Maybe 2. But like, because of stuff aggroing onto the summon that I don't have, okay, I don't have that in space. Because of stuff aggroing onto it, it didn't pose as much of a threat, which was unfortunate. This is fine, so that's not shipping. Okay, put that there. No, no. I need this, that. No, 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 no. Oh, I need to ship trains into space, that's funny. Ooh! I'm gonna have to ship trains full of trains. That's gonna be fun. Girders are not relevant yet. I will probably craft them in space short term. Okay, that is 20x material science 2. I can add that here. Material science 2. Even though I don't need all that yet, because some of that's for the actual tier 2 and I don't have that. Boom. I should be producing this soon, which is the only thing I'm missing. Wonderful. Then I will get catalogs, then I'll get insights, then I'll get science. But I won't be researching those yet. The science... Oh, I can get structural integrity. Wonderful. Okay, these are important, because that boosts efficiency. Oh, Sekiro? Yeah, I haven't played Sekiro. I had it. I have it. I've tried to play it like twice, and I think it could have been that I got busy and just haven't gone back to it. I've kind of just chosen not to. It's no, I didn't even get far enough. I just sort of like I didn't even get to a real. Well, I got through the guaranteed loss boss fight, but like I just sort of stopped. I think it was probably because it doesn't have the same just kill the enemies that keeps it flowing easily. What am I trying to research? I need to research for the tier 2 science, which means I need heavy girders. That's what it is. Heavy girder, material catalog. Like, I have been meaning to go back and play Sekiro eventually. I really should play it because I know that it's a good game. I know that it's a cool game. Oh, the superchargers are soon. Nice. That's a great research upgrade. 64 robots charging at a time. Excellent. I can launch nukes remotely. I won't, but I could. Okay, that's fine. This is fine. How is it? Okay, I want more trains. It's so close to being good enough. I think I need to make one more train and put an extra stop over here. Yeah, extend the stop and I think I'll be able to make it work. Yeah. Like... Oh, I do have two stop in here. I shouldn't, but I do. Well, I'm gonna let that live. Hopefully it doesn't break anything. But yeah, like... That's kind of a big part of why I've only been playing Factorio on the weekend. And if I'd been playing it like multiple days during the week on top of in the weekend, I'd probably have burnt out playing it by now. But I've mostly been able to just continue enjoying it this whole time, which is nice. This looks weird because it is weird, but it's fine. Everything here is looking good. How is this? This is still fine. I'm still amazed that that's fine. The sand is gonna be a problem in about 40 hours. Okay, this all looks fine. It's going still slightly under what it should be. Are these flickering? These are flickering. Oh, they're probably flickering because of how I'm controlling it. Okay, that's probably fine. Oh no, that's flickering because it's not getting as much as this one. That's not right. Why are these unbalanced? I mean, this won't distribute perfectly. This should feed to here, which splits between those. That should feed into there and split it. Oh no, I can see why. This feeds 50-50, this feeds 100% of the 50% into the upper one, which is why that has more. Okay. I need to improve that eventually. That's fine. It's good enough. And that's kind of what I need to accept. Good enough. And if it's good enough, then I can probably leave. And then have to come back and fix stuff, but for now I can go to a different planet, work on other stuff. Let's go back to Novus for now to refuel. Save. This is going well. Have I made any research yet? No. Probably because the rocket hasn't launched yet. Do I have my concrete? I do, good. Yeah. Having that. Like, oh, you had a lot of stuff you had to deal with, and then suddenly that's gone for at least a bit of time. That does track. Ah. I guess it's about time that I blow up. Wait, they came from a different angle. Where'd they come from? Over here? I thought they were mostly peaceful. Ah. No, they're not. These ones are oh, there's a bunch of new ones. Okay, that's why. Yeah. The call of the factory. It can be inescapable. Behemoth worms. Yeah, how's the evolution factor? Is it at 0.96? I've not really kept ahead of the evolution factor quite as much as would be desirable. To regularly blow up a bunch of nests. Oh, I can't reach that far, that's why. Oh, I guess I could expand my artillery stuff a bit. Add another bunch over here. I need to pass by here, where hopefully I can avoid angry bugs. I placed that too far. Okay. Hmm. Yes. An eternal loop. Well, it is an escapable loop. Run the straight to the right? Yeah, that's fine. There's one thing about space exploration is it is viable to escape biters entirely. It feels wrong to leave Novus, and also I don't have a better planet yet, so it'd be a lot of work. That will connect. That will blow up a bunch of stuff. Could have gone at a better angle, probably. I think that's fine. Living in a volcanic land could be. Hey, I might as well make another one of these. Build that there, build that. Here. Not gonna be in range. It will be good. That'll let me blow up more down there. Yeah, like volcanoes are cool, but like I like. Well, I was gonna say I like novice terrain, but honestly, my last 2 playthroughs of this game both insisted on starting in desert. Like just, oh, that coal is finally dead. Nice. I might need to get a better train stop soon. I always live in deserts, which is always a shame, because it spreads the pollution everywhere. It's just good to look at. In the worst way possible, seeing the pollution spread across the world is, for some reason, it's beautiful. Like, it's obviously horrific, but something about seeing, like, a large fraction of the world contained, that's excellent to look at. These robots. I should just give them a hand. Not worrying about efficiency. I thought I got that. Just give them a place to charge. Oops. Eventually these can be superchargers. I'm a bit mixed on competitive. Like, there's a lot of games that are, you know, like competitive PvP type games that I think are fun, but I've never really been into the, like, ranked matchmaking side of those types of games. Yeah, that'll get built, that'll help a bit. It'll look awful because I like the straight lines, but I'll live with it. Like, I've played various games. I've enjoyed shooters, but never taken super seriously. But I'm always just kind of on a level of curiosity. Why do you not find shooters fun? Is it just because the pace isn't what you enjoy? I don't know if I've heard of that. Oh, like RTS games. Those have always interested me, but I'm not good at RTS type things. Which could just be a matter of I don't play them much, so I don't have practice, and if I don't have practice, then I'm not good at them. And it just sort of feeds back. Why is this way? I thought these were fine. Oh yeah, I read a new low density recipe a while ago. Maybe I should actually use it. Using aeroframe scaffold. I should plan that, but not do that yet. Oh, I can land. Like, I found like the ideas of like, I've never played a Command and Conquer game specifically. I've seen like Age of Empires is kind of neat. One thing that puts me off those types of games actually is like the importance of the fact that there's kind of optimal build orders for like troops and all of that. Well, no, just as a... I don't know much about Age of Empires beyond the aesthetic and it being an RTS. Not the same, I guess, but... Why is this a yellow belt? Does it need to be? Well, Age of Empires is a fairly well-known, I thought, like, RTS series, so... I know Age of Empires 4. Oh, there's a lot of these games, wow. Oh, no, there's not a lot of these games. There's a lot of links on Wikipedia. I got... The Wikipedia page for Age of Empires as a franchise looks like it has a lot of games. It doesn't. It just has about 15 entries for every game. Age of Empires 2 is, I think, the most referenced Age of Empires, maybe? All those types of RTS games, as far as I'm aware, most RTS games have, like, there's optimal choices for what to build in what order. Which, having to learn that has never... Well, you don't have to learn it, but the idea of learning it never really appealed to me. This is where I'm making all of my speed module 1s. I'm still using tier 2 assembly machines with tier 1 speed modules. I really shouldn't be. I should upgrade these because that's the entire source of my speed modules. That is an easy upgrade. That'll hit everything I need. Good. I don't know if that's going to be possible anymore. It's not. It's not outputting fast enough. Yeah, like... Just never... I've never gotten into them. Like, they're always so interesting to me, but... Oh, and I'm running... Ugh, I'm running belt ones. Rough. Like... It's probably just a matter of playing them and then... It... takes a bit of time and then understand it. Once you understand it, it... you know, flows better, and it sort of like my impression of chess is chess doesn't interest me because while it isn't a solved game, it is like, oh, you want to follow these specific openings, and if they do this, you should do this. It becomes like a flowchart. I think strategy games have enough variety where it isn't just a flowchart. And, like, there's enough room for error. Oh, no. It's all good. I should probably... I mean... So weird. Steam page. I definitely have a variety of strategy games, RTS games already. Don't play them enough. some things are categorized as RTS and it's kind of odd. Like, I don't think I would generally treat tower defense games as RTS games. Oh, I think the funniest thing that's categorized as an RTS game is like Dota 2, which like it has some of the DNA of RTS games because the strategy game Dota came from Warcraft 3, which was an RTS. It still makes for a funny picture. This is limited by green circuits. Green circuits are limited by the fact that I'm using them. That's an unavoidable limitation. I don't think I can belt more of these. I just need to change how I'm belting them if I want to get better flow. Could I could merge less of these, and I could run a belt up here. This was probably a garbage chest from very close to the start of the game. It's very funny to look at. I do like Minecraft. I haven't played like base unmodded Minecraft for more than maybe an hour in many years, but like I've played a lot of modded Minecraft over the years, and like the fundamental blocks of the game are always the same. Fundamental blocks. I'm really surprised that this is fine. This doesn't need to be modified. I forget how I want to deal with this. Yeah. Like, I don't think I've gone back to I don't think I've gone back to even try to play base Minecraft since like the Caves and Cliffs update, which is a long time ago now. There's so much stuff that's been added since then that like I absolutely could get into playing it again. And it would be a lot of new stuff to actually just interact with in vanilla. Is this... that's fine. I wonder if I should productivity this. Doesn't seem to be slower by much. And that's fine, okay. Yeah. Oh, they've added so many things to vanilla Minecraft that makes it so you can automate stuff without it being... ooh, stuff went to space. Without it being incredibly janky. Boom. Material science. Excellent. Goodbye. Research that. These are the next things to research. I need to set the requester. 1, 2, 3, 4. Material. Boom. 20. Yeah, like stuff like that. You could never automate crafting, but there's a lot of things that can be done with purely vanilla mechanics. Like, people can make automated chest sorting. I could not deal with the amount of work that would need to go into that. I didn't fix this? I thought I did. Oh, I'm just still out of circuits. That doesn't seem right. I have 6.4K, but they're all in here. They're not all in there. They're all in here. Oh, I'm not requesting more. No, I should be requesting more. Oh, I removed circuits. That's weird. Why would I remove... No, that's not... I'm confusing myself. never set those ones. Okay, now it's fine. Yeah, like, the addition of crafters adds a lot of, like, convenience potential. Like, it would make so much stuff better. Yes. Oh yes, observers. I think the last time I played... Actually, yeah, the last time I played a lot of vanilla Minecraft was actually probably closer to when hoppers were introduced than when even observers were introduced. I played a lot of modded Minecraft after. Like, observers help with automation, and just, you can get sugarcane automatically with that, and you can get bamboo. It all provides so much that you can just sort of do. Yeah. A lot of stuff you can do is great. Though, personally, I think it's a shame how, like, villagers kind of covered a lot of needs in the game. Which, you don't have to spend the time to breed villagers and all that, and that's fine. Oh. They have to be messy, right? Well, actually, you read with comparators to get how much bamboo you have, and then something from that to make a judgment on whether harvesting can occur. They have AoE attacks. That's kind of interesting. I thought they were shooting over, but it's just AoE. Oh, this is underproducing. These are slow because iron is slow. Iron is slow because... Iron is slow because iron is slow here. I'm using up a lot of gears? Seems weird. Oh, it's because this one's not feeding down here anymore. And that one was what was supplementing the lower stretch. Okay. It's a flaw in the design. I just don't want to... I don't want to look up and then use a 4-to-3 splitter thing. Which might just be a 4-to-4 and then only pull out 3 of them. That might work. It would have issues. Yeah, that distribution is part of the problem. I guess if I output priority left there, it might help. I could also enable disable if this iron, this is intentionally janky. This is less than 1.5k. Let's go 1,000. This should be a long enough chain that, yeah, that's fine. Because most of this should go left instead, which might help balance this enough. That's gonna be a problem. I'll have to fine-tune that, but it'll keep it under a little more control. I'm feeding too much stuff off of one belt, and it's just growing. Oh yeah, but it, like, I'm assuming is the bamboo farm breaking the stuff based on like if it. Oh, but how would you? I would assume it's based on an observer, but it could also be you might be doing a bamboo farm with bone meal, which would be simpler to control with redstone to turn on and off. But to think of a way to do an observer-based one that you could turn back on, it would just need an automatic piston trigger when it turns back on, where it breaks anything that's already above, so that the observers can work. Yeah, I was just thinking about how, like, if the bamboo grows up past the observer, I don't know if growing triggers it. But yeah, if you can trigger it when it starts back up, then it will grow and it will work just fine. I think observers are one of the... Feels to me like they're one of the more important changes that were added to Minecraft for the purposes of automation. Okay, that's not producing at all. Now, where's the problem with that? Oh yes, the problem is still here. Excuse me. I'm not producing enough machine learning data. Why is this so bad? Do I have any beacons in this area? Yes, I do, so I have to be careful. I can probably beacon here. And that should be fine. Let's get placed. The modules should be added. Bam. Speed up. These will need... Yeah, this updates. Previously it didn't. Yeah, that's a lot of bamboo. Which, I bet it looks like a bamboo forest. It's more accurate, sort of. Okay, the issue here... That... Yeah, like, the idea of not having to... Oh, that's not the issue. I assumed that was the issue. Oh, I don't have Astro. Why do I not have Astro 1? Don't have astronomic catalog there. I don't have astrometric data. Astrometric data is limited by microwave. Microwave here goes to heat. No, that's not where that goes. Microwave goes to here. This is limited by this, which is limited by glass, which is limited by the fact that this still doesn't work, which means I need to deal with this and change how I'm running this. I'm sad that it doesn't work. I need to accept that it will never work and just replace it. But I'm about to get a rocket launch that arrives, so I'm gonna have to deal with it after. This is supposed to be an even amount of the two materials, but it isn't. Which is a real shame. I do need to just sort of... Oh, the ultimate enemy in this. Train placement. 2x2 movement, so you can't place it quite where you want it, is one of the most unfortunate things in this mod. Okay, this needs to be set to temporary, so nothing gets sent to it. Yeah, it's all good. It's fun to talk about other stuff as well. case, because if you haven't played it, these, just to give context to what I was saying, these cargo landing pads can't be moved on a one tile wide basis. They only go on the like rail 2-tile thing, which is really annoying when you're trying to put them in a specific spot. It's very unfortunate. Oh, here's the jankiest thing I could do. Oh, this is gonna be wonderful. It's a horrible design plan, but I'm gonna copy this, do that. This will become Novus Orbit that. I need to actually change the name. There. Then this will become temporary, and I'll just use this as a giant chest. Wonderful. Definitely not a horrible design. Also, this is not going away. That should be going away. Must have ran out of space. Yep. I can make a launch pad. It's not called a launch pad. Cargo? No. Rocket silo. These go on the 1x1 tile. Ugh. Very unfortunate. Requester. This will request the compressed the packed rocket sections. It will request it from everywhere. It will insert them. It will also request the unpacked versions. So that'll fill this inventory. It will request cargo. It's not called that. I don't know what it's called. Space capsules. Space capsules here. Take it from buffer chest. I actually need to control these. I think I do need to split these into 2 categories. This needs the usual control system, which is not there. Here. Oh, Shift 1, Control 2. Up here. That will limit the input of regular sized rocket sections. That will input forever. I could get a proper ratio sorted, but I'm just gonna dump them all in this way. No, I won't. I will limit this to 20. This will fill up. I'll stop having to deal with this excessive number of these. But that should deal with those. Now, these are not going because this is here, that's not that. Did I don't think I had a receiver there. Or a transmitter. I don't know what happened there. Oh, I replaced this, didn't I? I did. Okay. And that's what broke that. Now this should get the light oil launched to it via delivery cannon. Which the delivery cannon should be breaking this cable every time. Which is a design flaw. Okay, thruster suit upgrade is nice. It is a 10x10, up from an 8x8. It's a fairly major improvement. Better inserters is nice, but not necessary right away. Space platforms can wait. Space probe rocket silo. A space-based rocket silo for launching space probes. This is used for the higher tier astroscience and energy science, I guess. That's not immediately important. A bigger inventory. 5 slots. That's not a lot. Finally, the railgun is here. Good progress. This is a very valuable research. Space clamp. Okay, the clamps are super important. Factorio in general, I look to have about 350 hours total. This run specifically would be 64 times... No, not 64. 6 times 24. 24, 48, 72, 145-ish hours? Yeah, it's lasted a long time, and I'm actually very happy about the... I like how much there has been to do. Obviously, it can go faster if you know everything, but where's the fun in that? That's... I don't think I've made more than maybe a couple games in general where I have anywhere near 1,000. I want to check. Yeah. Like, I bet across all the playing of Minecraft I've done, I probably have more than 1,000. But I don't have many games that are that far, because I tend to end up leaning into, like, just different stuff where I can, which is different reasons, but what do I want to research? I don't think there's any other important research at this tier, so I can just let that go. I wonder if I can find my... I was gonna think that, like, because I've played... it looks like I have 640 hours of Dota 2. That would have been, like, 10 years ago, most of it. And some of that would have just been, like, the game didn't close properly and was running in the background accidentally type of thing. But 1,000 hours is a good time. Did I try the new mod packs in Factorio or in Minecraft? Because Factorio, I've only played this as modded. Minecraft, I try stuff occasionally. Yeah, I've played a few, like, recently I tried playing, there's like Stone Block 4 I tried playing. I got kind of tired of it after a while. But a lot of stuff has a different feel when it's new mod packs now compared to what I remember from like 1.12. I haven't tried that. I've tried some of the older mod packs. Yeah, first issue. I want that to be crafting when I'm ready. What will it take to craft? That'll be... I need material catalogs. Lovely. Which means I need to go to space and steal some. Yeah, like, it's kind of one of the... Like, I've played some of the, I'm gonna call them classic, like, Skyblock mod packs. I don't think I've ever finished one, just because once it often reaches a point where it's kind of... It becomes tiring to play by yourself. I know of the Create mod. I've never actually done proper, like, more complicated things with it. I've done, like, you know, the most basic, using a blower to blow through fire to do stuff, but none of, like, the potential that exists within that mod. Because I was raised on single block machines that solve everything, but not really. And so that's what I'm most comfortable working with. Which is always less interesting. Oh. I know there's some, mod, like, add-ons for Create that do stuff like that. Have they actually... Oh, this is desperately in need of a supercharger for these bots. I know there was an aeroplane... At least airplane adjacent add-on for the Create that has been kind of in the works for a while. I guess it does exist now, that's cool. Yeah, there's been, like... I think over the years there's been several attempts at... Wait, how am I gonna craft clamps? In space? I can build them here, cool. There's been a lot of attempts to make functional, like, ships and the like. And they've always felt kind of weird. If they actually did make one that, like, you can make a plane that actually feels like a proper, you know, plane flying experience. It's impressive. Oops, that's too close. I'm silly. Like all the older, like, there's one agrarian. I don't think it's Agrarian Skies. I don't think that's the name, but there's been a few attempts that have been. There's one that I looked at the mod page for, and the mod was last updated, I think, over a decade ago. That's cool. What is it? Create aeronautics? That's not it. I'm filtering this for... What am I filtering? I'm filtering cargo or space pods and those. Oops, that's not rotated. Huh? Oh, that's weird. The visual is not rotating properly. That's never happened before. Is it because it doesn't have power? It is. Cool. I'd never noticed that. It's a weird behavior that I just had never seen. I'm checking... Okay, good. Most way full. This needs to be filtered to extract iridium. Iridium ingots. Yeah, I guess I almost always have my stuff powered or rotated, and I just never noticed it before. Create plane. Oh, immersive aircraft. Oh, created 3 years ago, updated 1 month ago. Kinda cool. Oh, they have a weird drone thing in their example pictures. Neat. Get rid of that. So, that's all going well. I can now make a thruster suit. Upgrade if I go steal stuff from space. Steal that from space. I need the catalogs. Do I have enough catalogs that if I fly up here I can steal it right away? No. I do not. Compressive strength. Doesn't have enough material testing packs. Material testing is limited by copper. Oh, it might not actually be limited by copper. It might just be that the bots are not set up properly. That needs to not request anymore. Okay, that should be fine. Now that that's been updated, I should... Yep. Productivitying these will be nice once I can get stuff on the ground, but... Next step. Next tier of science. This can't update yet because I don't have that... Oh no, I can do that, right? Where's my superior? Where's my science? Not superior. The word is... significant data. This should be able to update to the 3-piece significant data, which is 12, 12, 12 for 8, up from 18. Yeah, it's all 36. 36 for 6 versus 36 for 8. It's a meaningful improvement. Ah, that might be a problem though, because this has nothing to pull those out, because this is carefully controlled. Waste, actual product, good, that's fine. The material insights have the issue of this being a bit of a struggle. Are my bots fully occupied? They shouldn't be. No, they are. What? I've been shipping up all of the bots that I need. Am I not shipping up enough? I guess I set that pretty low. Yeah. I just need more logistics bots. I had to pick a number that would hopefully keep it stable around 1,000, but I way underestimated it. Okay, but I can still start... Okay, I can ignore this. I can start designing my next step for science. I need to ignore this section. This section's fine. That will need 273 for the insights. That will have to change, but next step, we're going to do 2 lubricants, a chemical gel, and a cosmic water. And heavy girders. Heavy girders currently will be a bit of a pain. How dense are they? They are 50 stack. Hmm. I think I craft those here. If I can productivity them. That would be a bad place. I might as well put it here. So, I will put iridium plate crafting times 2. Nah, just put them with their own chests. Iridium plate. 200 is not enough. Just remove that limitation. Remove that. This should work perfectly fine. I will want to beacon this. These definitely can't be productivity. But next step, I want girders. Girders are volcanic blocks. Can these be productivity? They can. I am very happy about that. It's very helpful. Yes. The pylon substations are crazy. Like, it's a full, like, 64 by 64 area they cover. They reach 64. It's so nice. But it is... It's one of the energy science too. It's fairly distant from the start, but I believe it's the... I assume it's the best power pole in the game. I'd be shocked if there's anything comparable. Or, well, anything better. Okay. These heavy girders are slightly slow. Because I'm doing this in a goofy way. I should make iridium and then just do that. Ah, yes. This parametrize thing doesn't account for beacons. Honestly, I think if you want to play like something for a very long time, I've had a lot of fun. I think it's a great mod to play. Oh, that doesn't work. I'm silly. I'd have to move that anyway. Like, I think I haven't played all these other mods for this. Yeah. Like, it definitely feels like it takes a lot of time. Like, I don't know, practically speaking, how far through this, how close to the end of this game, the playthrough I am. Because, like, purely looking at the tech tree, there's still a bunch of stuff left. Like, there's a lot to do in this. Well, I mean, I'd say most of my... Like, I like playing games, but a lot of my, like, free time ends up being spent, like, reading. Which isn't learning, it's just reading, you know, meaningless fantasy novels. Yeah. Another 250 hours. A lot of time committed. Is crafting acceptably? 1.5k girders. 300 a minute. That should be fine. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that can be done. I think there's probably some, like... Because, like, the first time I ever tried playing Factorio, I ended up spending a lot of time, with it AFKing instead of worrying about optimizing stuff. You could probably brute force this a bit while doing other stuff. Never watched that. I read it, like, several years ago, and it's fun. I just don't think I'd ever rewatch something that I've read. I've actually read probably a fan-translated version of Solo Leveling 2 or 3 times over the years. I don't think I would be able to watch it knowing knowing everything that's gonna happen, and that the pace relative to that would be different. It's a fun world. Oh, there's a strong, like... There's a very particular plotline to those types of stories where there's always this feeling of, oh, stuff is going fine, the world is weird, oh no, the world is gonna end, oh no, and then it's all solved in like a very compressed time at the end. For me, I can reread it mostly because, well, I haven't reread it in years. Like, I can reread stuff like that because I like the weird, the systems that are sort of in place. I don't know, I'm just sitting here. The systems that are in place in some stories are like, I often find them fun enough that it's fun to reread it. And like, while Solo Leveling isn't like the most unique thing in the world, it's solid. Like, it's relatively like, oh, he gets whatever power is needed by the plot, but it does it in a fun enough way. There's some things that I don't think I can ever reread, but when it's something that can sort of brain shut off and read, then it's much easier to reread. I got distracted. I know what I was trying to do. Hello. How are you today? I am figuring out this now. I forgot. I need 3 mechanicals on the thermodynamics. That's it. I'm doing the girders on the ground and shipping them up. That's just merging. Okay, that's fine. Trains, smashing, lubricant. Cosmic water and chemical gel are a mess. I don't think I can type those down. Maybe we'll get the cosmic water to go to the left. I could go all the way around. Feels like a bad idea, but cosmic water's here, that's fine. Oh? Did the Kerbal Space Program... Oh, I got all of them out bought. Nice. Did the Kerbal Space Program plane... Did you attempt to make it, or is it just sort of a concept? a lot of aeroframe poles. Why do I have so many aeroframe poles? Oh, I do need to set filters for... Oops, not that. That. Remove that. This is disorganized. Whole system is an absolute... Why did I set beacons there? That's not right. Beacons should be here. Well, they shouldn't be here. But that's not that bad. Well, hopefully it's not. Too bad of an issue. Okay, why is this not going? It's not going because I don't have enough of these. I don't have enough of those because I don't have iron. Am I just not requesting enough iron? I was requesting a ton of iron. Not requesting nearly enough iron. Because the math is not set up correctly. Ah. Bigger wings? Like... wider wings? Longer wings? Thicker wings? I don't know enough about planes in... Well, I was gonna say I don't know enough about planes in Kerbal Space Program. I don't know enough about planes in reality. They're very complicated. With the whole... they get lift because the speed of the air above is higher than the speed below, and that pulls upwards and all that. Okay, so we don't have enough of these, which will be... material testing packs will be resolved when I have a space elevator. Space elevators solve some of my problems. Oh. Have a good rest, then a good, presumably night's sleep. Yeah, good night. Hope you stop by again in the future. What are we doing? How late is that? Containment, that, and that. Oh, yes. A good morning sleep. The perfect time to sleep, just as the sun rises. I mean, wait, it has cosmic water in and out. It doesn't make the cosmic water dirty? No, it just has throughput? No. It has this very minor cosmic water drain. Okay. Because it's a big pressure tank. Oh, that's lovely. Just high pressure, vast amount of water. Cool. Oh, like, good day, sort of, is weird. Because good days... I guess good day is goodbye. Often. Like, it's like, oh, good day to you. It's like, bye. It's just complicated. This one is... Okay, so daylight savings makes it maybe weird. I don't know the specifics globally. I don't even know the specifics across different parts of North America. I play Factorio on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, at what would be 8 p.m., whatever Eastern time is currently. Yeah. Which, I don't know if it's current... Daylight savings started, which means I think it's Eastern Daylight Time? I hate daylight savings. I do not have a Discord server. I could schedule these streams sooner than I normally do and just have them up like a day or two in advance, and that might be a good idea. I mean, I could set up the one for Saturday today. 8 Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I guess I could also... Eastern time is UTC minus 5? Or is it minus 4 now because of daylight savings time changing? Yes, currently it's UTC minus 4, which means going to Greenwich, I start at midnight? Oh, but it's not Greenwich Mean Time, is it? Didn't they change GMT to something else? Oh yeah. I see you. It'll be nice to see you again if you do stop by, but if it is morning right now for you, I would certainly understand. Yeah, have a good night. Good day. Yeah, good night is sort of a goodbye. Good day is sort of a goodbye. This is normally good day is meant as like a go out and do stuff. How am I gonna do this? I'm going to want to... Wrong page. Feed that into there with a tank. And a pump. That is controlling. Enable if cosmic water is less than 1,000. Yeah. It's sort of like very separate from good night, which is, oh, that's an input. Oops. There, input, output, that's fine. That's called garbage water, so that doesn't want to be near that. Water in, physical items in is easy, physical out, liquid out, cycles. These would benefit from being near one another. This is still building slowly. That's built, which should save a bit of time. a lot of girders. Okay, science 2, I have 25 minutes in my planned time today. I will set up the next step, which I guess I can't do that. I need to copy this, change it again, or just leech off of this. Probably better to leech off of that, which means I want to put this kind of in line here. And perfect. So that'll feed the lubricant into those. And this will go probably there. That can go here. The output can then feed to the left, where it can feed up into... Oh, this is already the dirty cotton water there. Okay, so the top half, that's already the garbage water. Which means flipping this would be better. Yeah, what? I guess back to your thing about wing parts. Is it like when you're building a plane? Why is that there? What's that? When you're building a plane, you need, I guess there's set parts that provide lift to make it function as a plane. And if you don't have, and you can only use those, so you kind of want to minimize the number of them while getting as much lift as possible. Garbage, garbage. Garbage, this is fine. That input's gonna be the issue. I could run it down there. So this could run... It's spaced enough that I can move it down. It's not great. The easy one is if I run this basically straight down here. Oh, too far. Can't go that far. Oh, that was silly. Truly bad design. You know what? Let's not do that. Let's just approach this from a better design point of view. Just move it a couple over. That needs to go, which will be low or high? Yes. I didn't know if it would stop buffering, but I did change the setting that I've heard one potentially has some issues, which is if there's apparently some sort of issue that can arise if the rewind while it's live option is turned on. If you're still running into the same issues you were before, then it might be that's not a solution. And then I might re-enable that so that if someone wants to rewind, they still can. This is all fine. Orange needs to pass down through here. Yeah, I don't know if it was something that impacts buffering. I just had heard that it has something. It has negative. It can have negative impacts on stream quality. Will I be able to fit this through here? I hope so. Maybe I actually just pay attention to what I've already built and see that I'm producing stuff here, and I can just steal it from there. And that makes my life significantly easier. Okay. Like, I think it at least won't... Like, it might help with needing to manually catch up in the same way. I don't know. Like, if the stream isn't able to be, like, rewound, then it has to catch up with what's live anyway. This is gonna run to here. This will not work without changes. Boom. Janky. Yeah, if it's better, then that's good. If it's not better in any way, then it becomes kind of a toss-up of whether it's worth it. Not that I imagine it's really a huge loss, just it exists. Speed module on this one. Going from 1 per second up to hopefully a lot more. Speed 3s give. I could check now. 40% more. That's a lot. Yeah, 3.4 per second. Much better. I don't know what that was. Okay, I can ignore this for a second. Back to this. These are fine. Don't have all the necessary bits and bobs yet. Bits and bobs is weird. I don't know what a bob is. Might be like a bobby pin? Or it could just be generic noise. That's not right. Oh, because I'm not filtering the right, it should be tensile filtered. Not actually causing any issues yet, but... That is fine. Girders need to be shipped. Nothing else needs to be shipped. Girders and locomotives need to be shipped. They should already be being shipped. Requester updated. This is the normal passive notice. This is impact shielding. I'm really spending a lot of time just ignoring stuff dinging in the background. Rigidity. Oh, it kind of makes me think of how things can become background noise, and that once it then matters, it's a problem, which it's these alerts are the boy who cried wolf. These are not in range of logistics, that's why they're not logisticing. Oh no, I'm constantly being alerted. I'm assuming you're reacting to the statement about the boy who cried wolf. These have been constantly dinging, but none of it matters. But the moment something actually breaks, I'm going to be ignoring it still because it's been unimportant this whole time. That'll be fine. I should probably have a better feedback for the iridium plates, where I just move it directly via an inserter, but for now I can get away with this. Ooh, that's slow, but it makes 25. This is a 0.4 per second, 0.5 per second. Pretty cool. Okay, all three of those are producing. Wonderful. One more. Just the basic cosmic water component, which I could actually put here. That wouldn't be too bad. It would be kind of out of order. That would bother me. I'll do it anyway. I will choose to value the efficiency. Boom, pressure containment. Oops. The output's fine. Control the output to pressure. Containment data. Boom, this should be fine now. Need another one of these. That will go here for now. Yes, that's the safest place. Kind of overkill, but do I even need it? I don't need it. Okay. Beacon's unneeded, so I shouldn't put it there. Okay, I'm almost at science. That needs to be changed though. I have enough collected there. Wait, no, that's the material catalog. That's not what needs to be changed. What needs to be changed is in the site. Which I can make this function. You need a hypercooler, or I need to leech off of this. Which is pretty easy. Almost like I planned it. And as always, if I didn't know I didn't plan it, if I did not know that it was unplanned, I could almost convince myself that it was planned. What is that on? 100. Okay, easy. Didn't leave space for it, but it's just more of the usual. Bad planning. The crashing of a robot. It is quite fun. This can run down and over. Oh. Make that height here. This. Copy that. Move it. Change the tier of science. Blacklist that. Change the requester. Boom. And this keeps running. And I can make my insight building here. Or make the insight here. Why not? It's not well planned. Oh, not insight. Catalog. Not well planned. Catalogs are not wasteful at this tier. Only one output. Nice. That's not the catalog. That is the wrong item. That is catalog. Or catalog's always not wasteful. Oh yeah, they're wasteful. Nice. Convenient. Docking clamps are not running because I don't have the material stuff. I don't have the material stuff because I don't have significant data. Significant data isn't producing. Material insights. I don't have material insights because I clearly have material insights. I didn't update the requester chest. That's a big mistake. Output is painless. For now. Poorly planned. As many things are. Okay, I'm short on pressure containment data. Because I don't have a pump. That is probably the most surprising thing so far. That I don't even have any pumps in space. That's not moving, that's good. So I'm short on the catalogs that all of those track. Tier 1 science is short because of significant data. It all makes sense. This is crafting. It's in a bad beacon. We'll need to basically rebuild all of this if I want to use beacons effectively. Not much time. Yeah. Mods are... Ooh. Wow, that's not what's supposed to happen. Are you kind of just there to... I'm trying to do math in my head and I'm bad at this math. 2000... Yeah, 2400. Just sort of you're just hanging out with cousins. That used to be updated. Never really visited cousins outside of specific, like, holidays and the like. It was always like, oh, it's summer break. Doing something specific. Or... that's a lot of garbage. A lot of scrap. Yeah, some break or... seems just how it... it's just all kind of interesting to think about how different people just do different things. It's interesting to me. Where's my... okay, that's overlapping with a beacon somewhere. Beacon there. I can imagine lots of people. Interesting. Lots of people I assume see their grandparents semi-regularly. Lots of people have living grandparents. And it's just a lot of... just fun to try to think about. To me, it's fun to think about, oh, this is different, that's different. These minor-ish things differ. It's kind of interesting. I'm just gonna run right around there just to get this moving for now. It will cause a problem. I want this to start moving. Temporary break that. Weird to do pressure testing in space. Maybe it's the best place to do it. That's a lot of cosmic water to fill up. Wait till it triggers one more time. Then I'm gonna break this, reconnect that. And this will loop for a little bit. I hope. It should only be a loss of 10 per craft. Definitely needs a little more, but okay, now this is crafting, which means things should be moving. Should get me insights that I didn't place the chests for. disable that requester. This should be fine. Eventually. But that should be crafting the catalogs. Oh, and yeah, but that's a silly mistake. Catalogs should craft soon. Oh, if I've had this facing down, that would have been better. Oh well. Okay, outputs. It starts crafting. Pressure data is still a little short. Because I guess it's only requesting 3 and it fills it up. That makes sense. Give me the catalogs. This will feed catalogs up here. Boom. Output. Catalog. Move to here first, I guess. This is limited by the iridium. Iridium is limited by my number of bots. Which is fair enough. I just kind of need more bot. I don't need more bots. Why is iridium not full? Game's weird sometimes. There. And why is it not staying full? Is it because the bots are running? Nope. It should be fine, shouldn't it? Maybe this will help. Maybe they'll go here. Maybe I have a set place for them to return to that's currently causing them to run back every time. But I don't need that many construction bots in this area. Okay, that's okay. It's not going perfectly. This should have just... Oh, I'm launching a lot of rockets. And this is not crafting. I'm out of barrel. Yeah, my barrel is bad. I need to fix this. Oop. Yeah, so this is the next thing I need to do. But I can wait. If I can get space elevators, then that will help with shipping, potentially. It consumes the cables, I think. I'll have to learn how they work. Oh. It's very helpful to look it up. Or look stuff up. I hope it was at least something interesting to look up and not, Oh, I was trying to think of something not interesting to look up, but a lot of stuff is interesting, even if it is kind of boring at first impression. Even like species of apples would be pretty interesting if you look into it enough. Like, I think there's a place in Japan that semi-regularly does trips to a place in the UK to celebrate a specific apple. That might just be a myth, but stuff can be very interesting. Which is mostly interesting because it's so mundane. Is this fine or going to process more heavy oil? I think it's fine. Are these 3x? Yeah, it's 3x3, unfortunate. Oh. I can extend that. This next step is I need more beryllium, which won't be too crazy. I might want to redesign this entirely, though. Beryllium. I can get a new page for the math. Beryllium. I don't have a better casting machine on the ground, but maybe I could do it in space. If I cast it in a thermodynamics with speed modules, I only need 8. I need 4. That does 50,000 molten. But I can't productivity it. That's not worth it. Oh no, I can't productivity the step anyway. Interesting. There's potential here. That maybe with a space elevator I could just do all this in space. Which might not be worth it, I don't know yet. No, these steps can be... Yeah, these are the steps that can be productivity. Those are not worth doing in space, I think. If I do it here, I can productivity boost it. And that adds a lot of value. Which it kind of makes it... Oh, no. I just went... Sorry, Conrad. I'm just... I was saying that looking stuff up can be... I was saying, I hope that whatever you looked up was interesting. But... Then I was trying to think of something that wasn't interesting to look up, but actually a lot of stuff. And potentially just have a weird niche thing that makes it interesting to search. Pyroflux is a non-issue. Yeah, I guess scaling this won't be too bad. I love the idea of shipping the beryllium to space to cool it, and then shipping it via spaceship. That would be fun. I should be able to make progress. I mean, that's an... I can't, off the top of my head, think of, like, anything that ending with PH. Oh. It's not really suffix. It's just like, I don't know, word fragment or something. I assume the answer to why it sounds like F, like, probably does boil down to it sounds that way because it sounds that way, right? Or is there actually a deeper explanation? Oh yeah, graph. There it is. Well, opposite of a suffix would be a prefix. But then you used elephant as an example where it's in the middle of the word. Hypercooling 3, I don't care yet. Okay, this and this are the most important. Research. Upgrades, supercharger, that. No, those aren't the most important. The most important is the space elevator. Where is my space elevator research? Ah, heavy bearings. Boom. Only, like, a ton of science away from that. But why is my science not good enough? Science. I'm making 0.8 a minute of science pack 2s and 7.6 a minute of pack 1s. That's just not good enough. It means something is not right. And that something that's not right is this, which is undersupplied iron. Okay. Do I really not have iron? I do not. Requesting 12,000. Why is... Oh, because this... Okay. This isn't filling up because it's not... That makes sense. Yeah. Nice. It's mostly just the fact that it makes a sound, as opposed to why it makes a sound. Because the why of anything making the sound that it makes is almost always gonna be, oh, 15 languages ago, it just sounds that way because it sounds that way. Why over here? Why is this prioritized? No idea. This crafting bugs me. Gives me my beryllium. Give me more beryllium. Let's hope I don't break anything. Okay, these can lose that. These can lose that. Nothing interfered with, go. Still complaining robot. Oh. Oh. That's actually something I do need to deal with. It is actually just a permanent behemoth worm shooting my turret. I didn't expect that one. Why do they insist on doing this to me? Why can't they prioritize this stuff? Oops, that's the wrong one. Wrong chest. I put it in here. Why can't they prioritize what I actually need them to prioritize? Very unfortunate. Yeah, I understand the general feeling. Been a while for me since I've had to be like, oh, super unfortunate, but yeah. When stuff just doesn't run at all or doesn't run properly, it kind of sucks. I need this to fill up so that I can get the stuff here. Okay, now it's gonna fill up properly. This chest does nothing. This tank does nothing. Oh yeah, I haven't changed my color in a while. Let's go with a orangey color. Bunch of garbage to get rid of. I do want the bioguns and the ammo. should go into chest. Yeah, and like, sometimes, at least in other contexts, visual mods do cause as much, if not more, issues. Can I split this? Probably not. Why was that triggered? Disable the circuit control this. Oh, it has too many, so it stopped. Weird. Okay, that needs to be greater than equal to in case that happens again. It's a big waste of time. Up the iron demand to like 20,000 just to be safer. All I know is like there's things where well, that's going quite well. Like, oh, I can't think of it off the top of my head. It's different categories of visual mods probably affect different things. But I guess the easiest example is like shaders in Minecraft. So that is, functionally, those are like visual mods. Though I don't know if they're mods technically. They might be data packs or whatever. It might be the same. I don't know. But those can crush the game and make it unplayable. Like it probably entirely depends on the type of the specific type of visual mod. Integrity should be moved back. Okay, research is kind of slow. I shouldn't go too much longer. This will not finish today. I won't be able to change. Nothing here will matter today, so I should... Well, actually, I should check real quick. Is this running at all better? These are running fine. That is okay right now. It's a little short on cold thermo short on material science. Material science is short on iron, all feeds up. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, one of the kind of mini bosses in one of the Elden Ring castles is one of those guys does that type of thing. It's very spinny. Pretty cool. I don't know what that boss's name was because he wasn't really an important boss. Let's see if search engines can interpret my gobbledygook search. They could not. Nope. I know exactly where the boss is. Yeah, I need a faster input somehow. output onto belts. Read hand contents. Hold, probably? Oh, it's not gonna work. Yeah, it's gonna definitely have issues. But it'll speed up input a little bit. Telekinesis would probably be pretty funny to imagine in creative time. I'll get it by train. I only died once with the train. I won't die again. Okay, that's running. I should have a ton of iron that is delivered here. It should get me more material testing. Material testing to get that, which will help with my research. Finally, that got built. Should do this actually. That will help, I think. I wish these robots were a little better at reading my mind. Like if they built this, it'd be so helpful. At least that's not gonna break right now. I can't circumvent that right now. Yes, I can. Brute force this a bit. Then they'll build that instead of what they actually need to build. So, it's kind of flatlined, but flatlined at a reasonable number, but still gonna go. Just that this material science is such a problem. Is it because I have it set up wrong? It's because it didn't get any of the iron into the rocket? Why is there no iron getting into the rocket? There it is, finally. Just kind of slow. really need to remedy the amount of iron. Yeah. Well, at least you can enjoy your family's company. And I requested enough pumps to be sent up here that I should be able to place this, but I didn't. How? I have no idea. They clearly requested 25. It's a mystery. Somehow I have no logistically enabled pumps. They're all right here. Just a proof point. Hopefully your ride goes well. I do need to be stopping, so I should make sure that I stop. Oh, they stacked at 10. That's rough. Which means this buffer is bad. That's part of the problem. So this will get sorted out next time. Research will go well. So next Saturday, this should go well. I hope Timberborn, if it releases before 8 Eastern time, I will try to play that on Thursday. If it doesn't release before 8 p.m., then I won't. And I won't play it Friday because I have other stuff. Probably. So that's another week of Factorio. I made good progress this week. I got Iridium set up. I've kind of got level 2 material set up. Oh yeah, but hopefully it is time to stop. Yeah. It is late. It's time for me to stop. Hope you enjoy your ride back. And then rest well. So, as always, thanks for watching, chatting, hanging out. Hope everyone has a nice... word I is important. I hope everyone has a nice night, day, etc. Maybe someday I decide to play a mod pack in Minecraft. I don't know. But yeah. It is a neat mod. For sure. Yeah. Have a nice night, day, etc. Bye-bye.